And it seems like this combination of Diksha and the self-inquiry is like firework, is like dynamite. It is simply blowing. And about half a year ago, and I'm talking about many Dikshas we have received in the Netherlands, we have a nice group with about 30 Diksha givers and also many receivers. So we're talking about receiving about 20, 30 Dikshas on the night and also giving a lot of Dikshas. That a lot of burning is being done. A lot of burning has happened. And about half a year ago, it seems like the awareness level decoupled. And decoupled I mean by I'm not the awareness level anymore. Where I found that which is me, there's no me. That which is left is prior to awareness. And while getting in that state, everything reversed. And it's very logical to me, but when I explain it doesn't make sense. What I mean by reverse is everything that is around me is me. So I do not mean that I am that. It is that gives the answer I am. Back to the silence. So my experience when I look at a mouse or any other animal, like a couple of days ago I was looking at a lizard. I look in his eyes and I'm looking back. It is when you have this experience, it is you can say a oneness experience. Well, oneness you think it is you feel you're connected, you're one with the animal. But this is different. This is you looking back. There is no difference. So in oneness you can still think there's a difference. When there's nothing of you left, that which looks back is the only thing that is there. And even in this silence, it seems there are very slow layers on the outside of the heart, which is still being burned. Don't have any name for it, don't even know what it is. Let alone the I who thinks about it, which is also not there. Now coming here at level 2, a repeater, you will say, well, what makes you go to level 2 repeater if you have the experience already? Well, in this silence, it seems like it keeps on growing, it keeps on changing. And every time when you have Dikshas, you go deeper and deeper into this silence. And it's not like you go into the silence, this silence is, and the silence spreads. And the more it spreads, the more everything becomes you, connects, so to speak. So the divine is not something exterior. Like I went before, I went to the level 2 repeater to South India. And I came in across temples, and all temples were like communicating. It is not communicating to me, it was a silence reigning around me, around the silence. It is strange to explain. It's like rain falling on nothing, but there's still feeling of it. And the nature around it, animals, everything started to merge, where everything, basically I ams all looking back in the silence. It's a beautiful experience, does not make sense to explain it, and it is pure logical, it is pure simplicity itself, once you understand. And the feeling there, the amount of bliss, it is not a strong bliss feeling which somebody is feeling, but it is a sense that the area is bliss itself. So there's a difference between me feeling a bliss and a bliss itself, when nobody is feeling it. But it is much deeper. And it is such a strong pull that you don't want anything else. And this pull happens automatically, because nothing holding back anymore. There's no self, me, I, etc. trying to change the destination or try to control anything. That's already gone. But it seems like it keeps on growing, and this silence, it keeps on merging. So it remains a process of continuation. Even though it doesn't make sense, even to me it doesn't make sense anymore, but it becomes more beautiful by the day. Yesterday I had some people asking me some questions about it, from can you still function normally? Well, the simple answer is yes. I mean, I can drive a car, But the interesting thing about it is you do not need the mind to drive a car. I mean, you know how to push the gas pedal, you know how to steer, it goes automatic. There's no brain function, it goes automatic. Even though if I go into meditation or the silence, I'm entering the silence more deeply, it's sometimes difficult to listen because there are words coming in and words flowing out, and there's nobody understanding, nobody listening it. So there's just pure silence, and there's noise coming through, but there's nobody and nothing processing it. And there's no thinking, so there's no ability to calculate 1 + 1 and these things, because nothing happens. But still, I can drive a car. And when things happen at work, you're busy with other things, watching a movie, etc. The mind is still there. It can talk, it does certain things, but because there's no receiver, it just happens in the silence. And that's when I say, when I just be in the silence, they start to burn off. So if it happens, or if it doesn't happen, there's no difference. But it seems like when, in meditation, this silence, when it's burning off, it spreads. And other people seem to notice it as well. So this burning, as I said, around the heart, which keeps on growing, seems to spread, and it becomes more and more silent by the day. Which is also very nice, because if you see, example, my wife, when we used to have an argument or something coming up, there was me reacting or she reacting, and there was an emotion which you feel, I am angry, or I am irritated. Now, there's no I, so there's irritation. Well, where's the irritation? I only see the irritation within my wife and within the area, but it has nothing to do with me. So now the experience is arguments and irritations do not make sense. It happens, just like a bird flies, it happens, or like an ant crawls on the road, or anything else in life, it just happens. But me being angry or me being irritated has no meaning. It's just like saying, in meditation, I have to be quiet. I have to silence the mind. It has no meaning at a certain point. There's nothing that can make it silent or can do anything. There's only silence. There's no ability in the silence to control something. As I touch the silence right now, I get the same thing. It starts to blank out. You need something, the mind needs to have an activity to be able to communicate, to be able to get a certain understanding, then press it through the mouth and bring it to somebody else. When I touch that layer in silence, it disperses and everything becomes empty. So that is, of course, a major change, you could say. But if I just view life, nothing has changed. I've been exactly the same as I was 10, 20 years ago. And strange enough, 5 years ago I would say, no, I have changed a lot from 20 years ago. Now I recognize nothing has changed. It has been exactly the same. But of course it's for me easy to say because the layers are gone. Yeah, so there's nothing else to say. It all boils down to enjoying the silence, which you truly are yourself, and by oneness. That's the fastest way. And whatever meditation technique or books you come across, it is no coincidence. This book of Robert Adams was a gift from Bhagavan himself. It happened a week after I received my first Diksha. You can say it's coincidence. I don't believe that. Because this changed my whole life and it changed everything. And again, nothing has changed.